Hello. It's funny to do video, especially when you're looking at yourself. It's like, why would you look at yourself while you're talking? It's not. But I tried to do audio. Maybe I should video something else, and instead of so it would be my face. Not. I don't want to look at my face. Bye. Well, how do I turn it around? Is that better? It's better to me. But maybe you want to see my face, so that's too bad. Not that anybody would, but I don't want to see it. Anyway, I'm writing. I'm not writing. I'm talking. And I thought maybe I'd do a video and put it on YouTube because nobody seems to want to listen to my SoundCloud things. But I don't know if it's like because I don't know why that is. So I just thought maybe because as if it matters if like people. What is this in this corner over here? I'll tell you what it is. It's my vacuum cleaner, and then there's this yoga. It's like this yoga mat that I don't use because it's like a cushion thing. So I'm gonna try and sell it. And then above it is this bag of like um, plastic bags. You know those things that you take to the supermarket. Anyway, this is my house, which is you can't see. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, because I was just wondering if anybody is curious in hearing voice blogs, I guess, as opposed to writing blogs, because sometimes it's just, you just want to talk and writing. So I was thinking I could talk about other things that happened in Sydney. So what happened on Friday? I was there on Wednesday night. I stayed in Potts Point on Wednesday and Thursday, which was fun. Is this actually recording? It is. Okay. That would be annoying. So I stayed in Potts Point on Wednesday and Thursday night, and then in this little studio apartment, which wasn't the one that I posted on Facebook, but it was nice actually. It had a lovely view of this beautiful tree with like autumn leaves on it, and it was north facing, so yeah, the sun would come into the dining room. But it was an interesting design because it was like the dining room, it was a studio, but there was a dining room off it. Like, it's hard to explain. I'll have to draw you a little map. So, and then what happened? Oh, and then I went on Friday. So on Thursday night, I went to the house sit place to kind of get the keys and talk to them about their dog and stuff. And then I went there on Friday and I met my friend, a good friend from uni at Tai Patong in Newtown on Friday night. And we had dinner and it was so nice. And like, the thing that I wanted to tell you was that the fact that what happened, so I was in Annandale, right? And then Newtown's like, is it north or is it south? It must be south of, it's confusing. I think it is south. It's south of Annandale, but you can walk up Australia Street, which is the street I used to walk up. Like at the bottom of Australia Street used to be the place where I used to sell or work with the Mexican hammock company when I was at uni, and then yeah, but you can walk up Australia Street and then you walk from Parramatta Road and you walk all the way to Newtown. It takes half an hour. But having lived in Collingwood, like you just walk to Fitzroy, it's like 20, 30 minutes. It doesn't feel like it's a big walk, and it's kind of nice. It's like a few thousand steps, so it's good. But anyway, I walked to Newtown and went to Tai Patong, and that was beautiful. Like it was this amazing, it was so amazing. It was so big. And Meg said that, and Ashok said that as well, that it like had it always been that way, but I was just, because I was so off with the birds maybe when I was in Sydney, I didn't really notice it. But it was a beautiful place, and I had never been there, I don't think. And anyway, there was all these tables and they had these menus on iPads, and we just had a great chat. It was so nice. I was so happy because my friend has bought a house and I was really worried. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it was good, and it was so nice to see her and talk to her, and she's just such a lovely person. But it was just, was very heartwarming to, you know, that thing with old friends. Like, there's something about seeing old friends that's just really, I don't know, it's just so nice. I mean, new friends are good too. I love my friends, but new friends, but it's just, I don't know, it just gets you deep in the core of your soul or something. I don't know. But then I walked back along Australia Street because I thought, well, why not? You know, like you have to go to get public transport. You'd have to go all the way down King Street and then go back up Parramatta Road. I don't know. There's no buses across. Like, it's not like, I don't know. But so I decided to walk back even though I was quite tired. And I'd actually cried because we got this dish. It was so funny. We thought we both had this idea to get this, you know, those Thai larb salads. And I thought of a salad because I just felt like salad. It's always the way when you're traveling. It's nice to have salad. But Meg said salad as well. And we're like, yeah, let's get the larb. And it wasn't called larb. It was called a Thai chicken salad. But they didn't put a warning on it. And it was so hot. My God, it was so spicy. And then, so I had tears pouring out of my head, and I was trying to mop them all up with this bloody napkin, and it was like, because it was just so fiery. And Meg, they had served it with watermelon, which was so nice because it kind of cooled the taste down in your thing. But anyway, so after I'd left, well, after the night, it felt like I'd actually been crying because I had basically, even though it wasn't an emotional crying, it was still a crying, I suppose. So I was feeling quite kind of, not fragile, but you know that thing when you feel crying, you just feel soft and kind of tired and weary. And so it was still, but it still only took half an hour to walk home. So I walked home along Australia Street again, and that was really nice, got home. And then on Sunday, after I went to the MCA, I went to Newtown and got a few things and kind of checked it out. I don't know, Sunday I was at a bit of a loose end because my friends, I was supposed to go to Wollongong and I didn't. It's just a bit, anyway, I was supposed to meet up with a couple of other people and it just didn't happen. Anyway, so I went to, I thought I'd go to Newtown again because from Circular Quay the train just goes straight into Newtown. And walked up Enmore Road, which was interesting, and went to this health food shop and bought some stuff, and then walked back. But then I walked down Australia Street again. I was just like, I don't know, it's nice. I guess it just struck me, I guess, and I wanted to talk to you about that street because it's funny because there's that pub on it, that really old, nice pub in Newtown on Australia Street, and then there was one Earl Marl or Marley Street or something. I'd been there with Maya before, but there's something about that street. The Newtown Festival happens in a park. It's just off Australia Street, and I broke my coccyx once off that on Australia Street because there's this cemetery, and I don't know what I was doing in the cemetery, but there's this big wall, and I was with someone, a guy, and we jumped off this wall, and I landed on my butt, and I broke my coccyx. Well, it wasn't so good, but it's always been painful after that. But then it got better. But then was just like, you know that thing where you just land and go, ouch. And so, what was I saying? Oh, Australia Street. And then the guy that I was saying, he lived on Australia Street too, because I walked past, I was like, I'm sure I've been into that building before. And it was probably with him, but anyway, it was just so nice. And then, so anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. It was just a nice street, Australia Street. Should write it on here and maybe go Australia Street. This is what the topic of this video. Anyway, it's been how many minutes? 8 minutes, my goodness. So I should get off the phone. But I'll talk to you soon. Bye.